right, guys, what is up? And welcome to round number 4, the halfway mark, here at the Dragon Ball Super Card Game National Championship Regional Qualifiers, sponsored and put on for you by Pro Play Games here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. So we're going to take a quick look at the life cams, let you guys see what's going on. One of our life cams is upside down, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh, he said set the life up wrong. Okay, that's okay. We can still take a look at the cards. We'll definitely get that fixed, though, going forward. We have 2 foreseeing hits, a Zen-Oh, 2 Sensu Beans, a Chain Attack Trucks, a Super Combo, and a Ghost Attack. Gotenks and Brandon's life. And on the left here, we have quite a few of the Maiden package, actually, and the Zen-Oh player's life. A foreseeing hit of his own, and a Master Roshi. Pretty sick life there. Guys, remember, if you have any questions, all you let us know at KitchenToadMan in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer questions as soon as possible. Do remember that we're always here for you guys, trying our best to make your viewing experience enjoyable. Alrighty. Cheers with a very good opening here. Getting to play out some powerful cards here at the start. Gets to play out a free blocker and his 1-drop here, looking for Maidens. Yeah, turn 4 is the turn that Jarius... Is Jarius, okay, make sure I said it right. But turn 4 is the turn that Jarius, the Zen-Oh player, is wanting to try to win, right? That is the kill turn for the Zen-Oh deck. Now, that doesn't always happen, and sometimes they have to wait a little bit and pull the trigger on turn 5, depending on the cards they get. But 4 is where they're really looking for. That is the sweet spot. That's their kill turn. So Brandon needs to play defensively if possible and try to be, you know, hold the aggression back a little bit and try to prepare to defend himself. Now, it's also possible, since Brandon's playing blue-red Hirudegarn, he might not have the ability to actually protect himself from the all-in from Zen-Oh, so he might just need to try to kill Jarius before turn 4. So it's going to be very interesting matchups, 2 very aggressive decks playing each other. We'll see what happens. All right. Playing down the promo Brienne, down as his energy, 2 green up. Again, remember, the energy color doesn't matter too much when it comes to this deck. None of these cards have any specified costs, so. All right, Brandon's Jarius attacks into the Kaba, and Brandon concedes it. See what he decides to do here on his play. Doesn't look like he has his teleporting card in hand. That's the most important card in this deck and something that he really wants to play down. Doesn't have access to it. In fact, doesn't really seem to have a turn 2 play at all. He passed the turn. Brandon starts his turn off strong with a intensifying power Trunks, attacking 5k into 5k here. Yeah, he just attacked 5k into 5k just to kill it. Yeah. No life taken from that Trunks, by the way, guys. All right, see if we can find a Maiden here. It does actually hit a Maiden, or Universe 2. So he's going to choose the Universe 2 Super Combo. I like that. The Maiden wasn't really that strong. Doesn't have any of the other pieces he needs, so I like getting the Super Combo. Does have Briand de Chateau in his hand as well. Said he'll choose that to try to fish out a maiden, but I don't think he will. I think if he was going to do that, he would do that first. All right. Thank you so much. There's the Gohan combo to stop the attack. Jerry is attacking 10,000 into 5,000 here. Looks like he's going for that Trunks. Does not want that Trunks to survive. And there's the Brienne. All right, he does hit a maiden. Hits the old 5-drop. Yeah, sorry, guys. Both these players are 3-0. Absolutely. Both players undefeated. From the top tables. Always try to find you guys the best matches I can when we do this. All right. Here, Brandon's tapping forward to play out forcing hit. Going to take a look at Brandon's hand. Gets to choose 2 cards from this. 2 battle cards. See what he chooses to do. Brandon doing a good job. Take a look at his life here. His hand. Want to make sure that he adds up the combo power, so he knows, what cards or how much power he needs to do in order to kill cards he might want to kill or pressure life. And he also wants to take 2 strong cards as well to set himself up. So the pick here is probably either going to be double super combo or a super combo for Sing Hit. That's the 2 I like. But it looks like he's going to take for Sing Hit Brienne. I don't know if I particularly like that. The Brienne Evolve is not going to be as powerful now since he doesn't have the other combo pieces in hand, which he just saw he doesn't. So I think the super combos might be a little bit more important. I can't see Jairus playing the Brienne next turn, and that's really kind of why you play. When you take 2 cards away with hit, you're either taking it away to either disrupt the hand in general, like so because you want to go in for the game or you want to attack your opponent, or you're doing it to delay them from playing something that will really hurt you next turn. And that's why it's important to take cards that are impactful immediately the next turn. So here's Brandon attacking 20k into 10k double strike, hits into Zen-Oh. Right, absolutely. He can't use super combos right now, but then he attacks with the hit, right? So he's putting his opponent into a situation where he has to take life, which he's going to, go to 3, and now the super combos are live, right? So now he wouldn't be able to protect himself from these super combos. So while the super combos weren't immediately effective there, that's why I like taking 1 hit, 1 super combo, right? Now they are effective. While the Brienne will never be important next turn. There's right, absolutely. Yep, very powerful super combo. And there's that super combo. So here comes the super combo out. See what card he wants to discard here. He's going to choose what appeared to be the teleporting. Guys, we can't have the players put the life in where the camera can see them, because if they do, then we won't be able to see them through the life cam. Yeah, but we do have life underneath their names, so you can see how many life they have if you take a look at their name. Under their name, it shows their life, and we keep that up to date. Yeah, actually, guys, we'll go ahead and flop over life right now. I'll let you guys take a look at the life real quick. Do a quick little transition for you guys. Take a look at the life here real quick. Remember, Jerry is at 3 life on the left. We have Roshi, Gohan promo, and the 5-drop Bran. And then on the right, we have Brandon with Zen-Oh, 2 Sensu Bean, Chain Attack for seeing hits, and a super combo of his own. So that is the life, guys. Don't forget it. Back into the game here, we see Jairus going off. He's starting to get some cards out. Gets, definitely is increasing that board advantage. However, none of these cards are really impactful on their own, though. So that is something to remember. There's that Awakening. Ready's 2 energy. Jairus taking a look at his own drop area, which makes me think he might want to be coming in for an Overwhelm. No, it's no problem. Always a good question. If you guys have any questions, let me know at Pro Play Game Live. We'll do our best to answer a question as soon as possible. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. All right, Jairus, again, advancing his board position. However, nothing really threatening on Jairus' board. The most threatening card on his board right now is the Brienne, because it can evolve. Right, absolutely, Death Chester. Zen-Oh's ability does need 10 cards and drop. Yes, absolutely. But I said Overwhelm, and that's why John was correcting me, because he cannot play any Overwhelm cards. Obviously, the drop area is still important because of Zen-Oh's actual ability, but there is no Overwhelm that Brand needs to play around or be surprised for. Still 3-5. Hirudegarn trying to find a way here to put a little bit of pressure on Jairus. All right, Brandon attacking in for 10,000 into 15,000. Jairus trying to figure out what he wants to do here, how he's going to defend this. Actually, I think he just blocked it. Now Brandon trying to take a look and see what he wants to do here. It's going to Sensu Bean with his leader attack here. Okay. Still 3-5. Here comes out another hit. See what Brand decides to take here. Now I agree with the Brandy shot too. I think that might be, or the Brienne 5-drop. That actually might be a good pick. That in the hits might not be too bad. Looks like that is what he's going to take. Still leaves the 7-drop open, but that's not going to be a problem. Attacks for 20k. Double stripe into Darius. We're going to see the Roshi come down. Roshi going to stop that attack. And passing it to Jairus. We'll see if Jairus decides to charge here. And he did draw another Yoshi. He also put the 3rd 7-drop Brienne in his energy. And he's going to tap 3 here for another Gohan. 15-10 critical. This is really good when your opponent's at 5 life, because they actually do want to awaken. And Jairus is at 4 cards in hand, so that's perfect as well. He gets to draw 2 cards off this and get the 2 cards back from hit. Right, there's the combo. Goes up to 20k critical. And he gets it. Gets the hit. That's important. That's a big threat off the board for Jairus. Now he's attacking 15k into Kaba. Gets to draw the card. Gets another 2-drop Brienne. Not the worst card to draw, but pretty close to it. And Brandon's going to let that die. Jairus is probably going to have to pass now. Doesn't want to tap out against Hirudegarn. Especially a 5-life Hirudegarn. He can essentially play another Trunks, another Kaba, awaken himself, and really put the hurting on Jairus here. So he really needs to be careful and not want to tap out. He has no access to any 1-cost cards in hand, so this seems like a pretty obvious tap out to me. I think maybe Jairus is trying to decide, though, if he wants to attack with this Gohan or not. And I think the answer is no. I think I want my opponent to have to force himself to awaken. Hirudegarn doesn't have access to tons of ways to awaken himself. We've already seen quite a few of them. Yeah, me too, Shadow Goal. I've never seen the 7-drop Brienne's ever played. Right, here's Hirudegarn attacking 10k into 15k. Tapping 1 for another Trunks, and he had it. Trax attacking 5k into 15k. I feel like Brandon drew that off of the Hirudegarn, though. I feel like there's almost zero chance that he didn't. He would have played that first if he had. Brandon down to 4 life now, comboing with Hoy. Okay, going to tap 2 here. And going to evolve in the chain attack. Chain attack Zen-Oh. Huh, interesting play. Jairus is pretty low in cards in hand anyway. I think he maybe had like 7 cards, so he's only losing 2 cards here. His hand was actually pretty bad. So giving Jairus the ability to get 5 new cards might end up biting Brandon here later in the game. We'll see, though, what he draws. It's always a gamble every time you chain Zen-Oh. I don't think any of the cards that was in the field was really that impactful. No Jamizes, no anything that would... Oh my gosh. Jairus drawing a pretty lackluster hand here, though. The Gohan's really nice, though. The Gohan can get him out of this, though. There's 15k into 15k. Zen-Oh into Zen-Oh. And there's the hit. So it does put him in a great spot here, though Jairus is at 3 life. Though, can Jairus recover? Even if he like, he almost assuredly has to take this hit. There's no way that Brandon is not going to combo enough to get the 2 damage in. It's going to take him to 1 life. So he does take it. Draws a teleporting Jamiz there finally, but it's way too late for it now. Gohan's going to be pivotal in getting him back into this game if he even has a chance at all. Right, there's Gohan. Needs to pressure this Zen-Oh, I would imagine. Needs to get an attacker off the board, so he only has to stop 1 attack. If he attacks with Gohan here, draws like a Roshi, for example. Jairus drawing a super combo off that is very important. Yeah, I really don't think he can go for game here, but looks like that might be what he's trying to do. I'd much rather get an attacker off the field, though I guess if he can, oh, and he puts a Gohan down. Worst case scenario for Jairus here, puts another attacker in the field and stops the actual damage from coming through. Brandon's still at 4 life. He is going to get 2 cards back, though, at the end of his turn. So his hand's going to go up to 6. I'm not sure if 6 is enough to stop. All right, now Jairus is attacking 15K into 20K. I'm going to combo the Gohan in hand to go to 20. 20 to 20. He did draw a Roshi, though. That's really important, guys. That's going to go a long way in to help him defending this attack, or staying alive next turn, though. I'm worried that it's just not going to be enough. That Gohan might just spell disaster for Jairus here. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Still thinking, still taking his time here. And it looks like he's... Brandon completely tapped out, though. But with what's in his hand, I don't see him being able to take advantage of that. And he is going to pass. Forcing Brandon to ready. All right, Brandon attacking 15K to 15K here. And there's a Brienne to stop it. Brandon not deciding to combo anything. Now he's attacking Gohan. The same thing happens. No combo. Interesting. So this is where I'd imagine Roshi comes down. It's going to give him another combo, too, which is really good. So here it comes. Actually not going to negate it, just combos through it. Here comes Hirudegarn. This is an interesting choice by Jairus here. Do you... He didn't negate Hirudegarn. Interesting. So that means he's going to have to fight through this Hoi here, which I think he can actually do. Yeah, it has to overcombo, though. And now the next threat Brandon plays is going to get negated. Oh, no, and this threat actually draws Brandon 2 cards. There it is. Let's see if he can maybe play something out, but remember that he does have to... Oh, okay, there's Kaba, 15K. Sensu Bean, and there's, yep, that's game 1, going to Hirudegarn. Remember, guys, though, was somewhat of a close game. Oh, what's up, guys? How you doing? Yeah, so it was actually somewhat of a close game there. You know, I think Hirudegarn was, you know, ahead the whole game. But I think, you know, if Jairus got no pieces of his maiden puzzle, he got no, like essentially what his deck is trying to do, he wasn't able to pull it off that game at all in any capacity. And it was still somewhat of a close game. So I think if Jairus can just recoup, just kind of settle down, make sure, you know, he tries to play a little tighter. There was a couple play mistakes I saw him make that game, and get some of his maiden puzzles pieces. I think that Jairus has a really good shot of taking this game, reverse sweeping, and taking this game out from Brandon. Yeah, over comboing definitely sucks, but he just had to do it there. That's why I think it was so important that he actually Roshi'd that attack. How goes the tournament today? Anything spicy, or are we seeing? No, Danny, spicy stuff the whole tournament. So many different decks. We've seen Hercule, we've seen Announcer, we've seen Jackie Chan, we've seen Pan, we've seen Jiren Leader. You know, we've seen so many things. It's actually absurd. Absolutely. We're also trying to pick, you know, for the stream, we're trying to pick the top tables, and there are some, you know, expected decks in the tables. Androids, Hiru, Pan. Yeah, and yeah. So like, you know, there's stuff that you expect to see. We're in round 4, getting ready to go into round 5 here in a bit. So you know, you're starting to see a lot of the spicy decks kind of fall down to like the X1 or X2 bracket, which is still very good, by the way. Yeah, we did. We have Beerus. That's right, Spidey Josh. We had Beerus round 1, which made me happy. So yeah, very excited. Okay, I'm gonna let John flip over to the match here while they're sideboarding real quick, and I will return in just a second. All right, guys, we are back. Here we go. Yeah, I agree. You know, I think Zen-Oh Maidens is good. I think Zen-Oh Maidens is good. It's just Zen-Oh Maidens is a combo deck, and so since Zen-Oh Maidens is a combo deck, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had somebody ask a question. Okay, yeah, so like I said, Zen-Oh is a combo deck, right? So it's a deck that has, you know, a specific set of cards it's built around, right? And when it sees those combo pieces, when it sees those cards it wants to see, it's devastating. It can, like I said, can KO you on turn 4 very frequently. It's, you know, it's very powerful. But like last game, sometimes you just don't see your pieces, or your combo gets disrupted by hit, and the deck feels a little less powerful. And so it's one of those things that's very, A, it's hard to balance, and A, it's hard to judge sometimes. So sometimes, you know, you might see it not perform well, you go, okay, that deck needs a buff. But in reality, not really. It just needs, you know, it just needs to be more consistent. Yeah, Butters, I'll try my best, man, but it's really hard to find people by name. It's really hard to find people by name. If you can tell me what he's playing, or, you know, give me kind of an idea of what's going on, that would be a lot better. All right, guys, sorry about that. Making some notes here real quick. So looking at Jairus' life here, he does have two drop brands in life. That's terrible. A couple pieces of his Evolve combo, and then some Champas. Not too bad, but definitely a little unfortunate. Brandon's, though, is a little bit better. Does have 2 trunks in life, which is, you know, obviously can be devastating. Those 2 trunks really help Hirudegarn extend their turn, but it is on his bottom row, so chances are he'll have those in hand before he needs to use them, because you want to extend your turn on turn 4 when you can untap and ready 2 energy. Other than that, two Gohans, Mafuba, and Gohan. Very decent life by both players, though I'm really afraid Jared might get caught again without a piece of his combo. The best Zen-Oh main player against my locals. Absolutely. Okay, so we have Jairus here attacking. 10K into 10K. Gonna play out Piccolo. It means he gets to search his deck for a Gohan. He can get either the red Gohan or the green Gohan. We'll see which one he decides to grab here. He's gonna go for that green Gohan. It's able to KO something when it comes into play. Yeah, guys, I'm about to move the chat out of here. It's kind of blocking this a little bit. All right, so what happened was the Zen-Oh player had some reverse shuffle cards in, which means like you have some cards facing up, some cards facing down, and so the judge just corrected the mistake with his deck. All right, so Trunks coming in, it looks like. Ooh, giving a double strike critical.
Your options are more limited than that. Here's the menu.
All right, Brandon coming in pretty hard there. All right, so life's 5 to 6. We're gonna fix that here on the overlay real quick. All right, Jairus in the tank here a little bit, trying to figure out what energy he wants to put down. Shoots some Bergamago here. Pretty powerful card in general, especially against Hirudegarn. All right, Jairus stacking 10K into 5K, and Brandon's going to let that die immediately. Not going to try to save that at all. 10K into a 10K yet again. Again, Jairus is not able to get his maiden combo pieces here working quite right. He does have an option for 2 Universe 2 cards, though, and he gets in his brand, which is very good news for him since the other 2 brands were in his top of his life there. So this might let him get started here, but we'll see. Brandon looking to go into his next turn pretty strong here. All right, Brandon assigned to attack. 10,000, 10,000. Looks like he's going for Zen-Oh. must not have a way to awaken, so he's going to just try to dig for it like he did last game. This would be a good time to go, try to awaken yourself with like a Kaba. Could be very strong to knock Jairus down to 3 life off the awaken swing and then put pressure on him after that. Jairus is going to take that hit, though, and go to 4. And that's it. Very, very weird turn by Brandon. Just attack with leader and pass. Very uncharacteristic by Hirudegarn. So we'll see what he decides to do. Can't imagine what his hand would be where he'd be in a situation where maybe he just has like a bunch of 4 drops, I guess, but definitely not expecting that. Oh, there's the Bergamago. Attacking 20k and a 10k. Remember, this card has to attack, and then Brandon's forced to attack it next turn. Then every attack gives it plus 5,000 power, which is very strong, especially against the aggro deck. And it looks like Hirudegarn's in a position now where he just couldn't get things going either. Jairus decided to kind of dial it back and play a more defensive strategy, it looks like. I like that. Josakar gets another Gohan. With 2 Roshis in hand, though, I think Jairus will more than likely not play any more cards out. Save those 2 Roshis for defense. Remember, Bergamago gets the 5k no matter what. So he gets the 5k. If you attack into him, he gets the 5k even if it's negated. So those 2 Roshis on top of that Bergamago is definitely going to save him for a turn, unless Brandon has a way to remove this Bergamago, which is kind of uncharacteristic for Hirudegarn, but he could have Chantak Zen-Oh or something like that to get it off the board. And honestly, with Jairus' hand size, that wouldn't be the worst play. Still tied up 4-4 in life. All right, Brandon tapping 2 for Yajirobe. Good counter to the Bergamago. It has to attack to be effective, and Yajirobe definitely puts a stop to that very quickly. All right, there's the Trunks, the Radiant Energy. Good point brought by John, though. We didn't see Bergamago or Yajirobe game 1, so we're curious to know if that's both Cyborg cards, because it'd be kind of ironic if that's what happened. I don't think Brandon, though, probably cyborged those in for the Bergamago. I think if he did cyborg them in, it was more for just dealing with the Brienne combo once it evolves, but it definitely is coming in very handy right here. Tell you guys, this Hirudegarn player playing very defensively for Hirudegarn. I'm actually kind of blown away here. All right, Jairus in a unique situation, facing a Hirudegarn with no board. Jairus needs to find a way to try to pressure Brandon to force him to awaken here if he can. He's going to attack 15k into 10k, drawing another Master Roshi. which is just fantastic. Though he does need to start getting some stuff on board. There's a Hoy. Coming down to stop the attack. That's Katsuna, right? That's the dual attack critical card. It has critical, but if you maybe it has dual attack, and then if you have Ribrianne out or all the Maidens out, then you it gets dual attack. Dual attack, I think, a very underrated, or just multi-attack, just a very underrated keyword in general, I believe. Very, very powerful. Oh, the question is, why would he side Yajirobe versus Ribrianne? Good question. Because the Ribrianne chain has barrier, and so there's no way to really remove it. There's no way to get rid of it. So if you have a blocker like Yajirobe, you can block and then use the revenge ability from Yajirobe in order to take out, you know, cards with barrier or hard to deal with cards. Remember, you can't Dimension Fu because it has barrier. Remember that, guys. The Ribrianne combo has barrier. Yeah. Important to remember that we didn't see Bergamo go to game one, so Brandon didn't know it was in his deck. And honestly, it's not a very normal card to see in Zen-Oh Maidens at all. So I would say he's as surprised to see it as we were. So I'm sure, like I said, I don't think the Yajirobe was for Bergamo, though it is turning out to be very handy in that situation. And I think, honestly, Jairus either needs to set back on his negates or just attack with Bergamo and just eat the bullet, get it off the board so he can start doing aggression. He just has to awaken Hirudegarn on his turn if possible. He's just giving Brandon too many opportunities to fix his hand. So he needs to put pressure on when he can. Here comes Chantak Zen-Oh. Oh, foreseeing hit, actually. Super Combo 3 Roshi's Katsuna, 2-drop Maiden, and Gohan. All right, giving it to us back to his opponent here. Remember, guys, too, Roshi's really good in this situation for Jairus, too, because he can play out these Roshis and stop the attacks, and then it actually puts Brandon in kind of a bad spot if he wants to chain Zen-Oh, because then he'll shuffle those Roshis back into his deck and just have to deal with them again. So Roshi's being a pretty good card. There's a Roshi. I like that. Alrighty. Five drop. Brienne might just play that out. Wouldn't be a bad play. Does leave himself a little bit vulnerable, though, if only one energy up. Though Hirudegarn is awakened now, though, making it a little less scary. Don't have to worry about that big untap turn. Here comes Jairus attacking 15k into 20k. Zen-Oh into foreseeing hit. Okay, thank you. All right, Jared's attacking 10K into 15K. See if I have it here, guys. If I do, I'll pop it up. Looks like I don't have it. Talk about the 10 ability. All right, finally, Jairus gets that Bergamago. Gets that Yajirobe off the field. Like I said, I think he just had to bite the bullet. It's definitely not ideal, but he's not going to block anything else, and I think it's fine to get a card for a card at least. Brandon playing out another first-thing hit. That's 2 in a row. Let's look at his hand again. Take out the 2 cards he is the most concerned about. A lot of options in there. 2 Roshis seem good. Super Combos seems good. That Brienne seems pretty good. Does have access to the Jamiz, too, which might be a little ambitious, but not too bad of a pick. And guys, remember, Zen-Oh does have an ability in the back. After main once per turn, choose 10 cards in your drop area and send them to your warp. Your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and places them in their drop area. Very powerful effect, and one that can actually really lead to this really good all-in turn where you can essentially deal damage to your opponent and then make them discard 2, meaning they have to discard the cards they just drew off the attack. Very good card. And, you know, I feel like an ability that gets overlooked a lot when we discuss Zen-Oh. All right, Hirudegarn attacking 15K into 15K here. Hirudegarn into Gohan. Draws for the attack. Do you do it? If we're seeing a hit coming in 20K to 15K. All right, Jairus deciding to use the super combo here. Gets 2 more cards. Drawing into another Brienne de Chateau 2-drop and a part of the evolution combo. Again, this is another game from Jairus where we just haven't seen that many Maidens. We've seen a lot of Gohans, but very few Maidens. Jared's setting at 6 energy. Decides to charge the Roshi. Makes me think that maybe he's trying to go all in this turn. Maybe this is his kill turn. Seems very ambitious, but I can't think why that would be the card he would want to put in life. There's the evolve. Going to kill one of the hits. But doesn't have the Maidens to get the rest of the effect of the card. Which is a shame. He could potentially have a way to discard up to 4 cards from Brandon's hand this turn. Yeah, is a game from Brandon. Draws another teleporting Jamiz. And there's Mafuba. Unfortunate for Jairus. All right. Yep, and it looks like Brandon's going to let it die. Piccolo takes out hit. Ooh, I like that. Gets another 5-drop, meaning he can just hard cast it again next turn as well. Which means he'll be able to eliminate any threat that Brandon plays. He also is going to get 2 cards back at the end of the turn here. Gets to play a free blocker out here as well for a little additional layer of defense. Coopzilla says, the layout looks amazing, Dusty. How are you? Doing good, man. A little tired, to be honest with you guys. I didn't get much sleep. All right, guys, time of the round was called. However, these players do have a time extension, so we're trying to figure that out right now, how long a time it is. I think it's around 3 minutes, so they have 3 minutes to finish this up. Looks like the best Jairus can hope for is a draw here, which isn't bad. 3:01 is pretty good. It's like Brandon playing the 3rd hit in a row. Pretty devastating, honestly. Looks like Jairus took the hit, goes to 2 life. Both Briandy Chateaus in life. It's currently 2-4. Let's see if Brandon can close this game out. He doesn't have much time. Go Scientist Fu. Does have a blue available to play that Sensu Bean he just drew. 25k. Looks like this is going to get negated. Perfect time to negate for Jairus, because that turns off the ability for him to use the Sensu Bean to extend his turn. That's going to be the turn for Brandon. Still 2-4. Jairus with a pretty big deficit to overcome here. May get 2 more turns at most, so he's going to have to at least deal some sort of damage this turn if he has any hopes of not getting a draw. I mean, of getting a draw. Jairus spent another energy. 7th energy for the turn. Decides to play Brandon Chateau. Gonna look at the top 3. Or top 10, sorry. Or 7. It's actually 7, sorry. And get a Maiden. It's like he does have access to what appears to be Cocoons as his first card. And he's just going to get another 5-drop. Jairus needs to find a way to do some damage this game, this turn. It looks like he's just scooping up, or maybe the time got called. Let's say time got called. So Brandon's going to get that win. Very grindy game, and something you don't expect from Hirudegarn. Usually plays a little bit more speedy than that.